Hello, what is up? Welcome to another 5-star edition of Props to Consider and Then Maybe Bet. I am your host. I am the paragon of virtue. I am Lou motherfucking Betya, joined by one of my favorites, dude. We're overdue. If you guys don't follow Effie, he's not a guy that just bets MMA. I know some of you whores that watch the show are only like, yay, people in underwear fights. Effie is so much more than that, dude. He bets multiple sports. Hockey, dude. And I am not a big hockey guy. Dude crushes hockey, crushes NCAA. If you don't know him, any action, Effie. Welcome finally to our program. How you doing, bud?
Dude, doing good, man. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for the intro. But yeah, dude, there is a lot of people in the community that are like Joe Rogans and like don't care about other sports. And that's the furthest thing for me, man. I love sports. Like I'm addicted to sports. When COVID happened, I was down bad, dude. I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, dude, a big year for NHL for us and football. I think honestly, betting MMA and NHL are right neck and neck in terms of pleasurable watching. Like a hockey game to me, man, is just so exciting. But yeah, I love all sports, love betting sports. I love doing the research and putting in the work so you don't get good angles. And it's been good so far. So yeah, man, we're called Any Action Sportscast for a reason. So it's not just MMA. So Any Action Sports, it got action. A lot of people, it started because a lot of people were asking me, man, you got any action? Do you got any action? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call the show Any Action. So yeah, man, thanks for having me on. Super pumped. Big fan of your guys' channel. So I'm excited for the show.
I mean, I'm like a huge soccer dude. And like, people are like, oh, it's not a sport. I'm like, it's a great sport, dude. Like, they're all great sports, man. Look, my buddy Tommy, Smash Lopez, because he'll watch. He's like, I'm betting Norwegian hockey. It's like Stavanger.
Yep.
Like, and I'm like, okay, like, but then I look and I'm like, oh, they've covered the spread I'm like, let's go fucking Stavanger. Dude, sports are great, man. Like, I don't care if they're like obscure sports. So now, before we get started, we're going to talk about hockey because I know that's like kind of your really big thing right
now. Yeah. It's going good.
But you're a Vegas fan, right?
Yep.
So that's how, I mean, now you're a Vegas fan, but now as somebody who pays attention to you, to prove that I did my research, but you love like betting Edmonton overs, don't you?
Yeah, dude. The Oilers really bad.
Who knows that? Who? By the way, that's research, bitch.
There you go. Yeah, no, yeah.
How do you not bet an over with Connor McDavid like 6.5?
There you go. You know exactly what's going on.
Of course I don't bet it, but I look.
The Knights, crazy hot start, in NHL champions, defending champs. So they're getting overpriced on the market all the time. Like I bet against them 2 days ago against the Flames. I went big on the Flames and they lost in the shootout. So yeah, man, the Knights, I think have a good chance of repeating. But dude, Oilers overs, like you said, Connor McDavid, best hockey player in the world, 6.5. I'm shooting for the 3-3, go to a 7 no matter what. I hate when it's 4-2. They pull the goalie, it's just a sweat. But yeah, dude, no, really quick. Shout out to the Canucks. Everyone should bet the Canucks to win the Stanley Cup. I know they're a Canada team, and no Canada team has won it in like 40 years. But I got them at 35-1, and they're down to around 22-1. Second place team in the West. Super good goal differential. Everyone's yelling from the top of the mountains, regression is incoming, but they're scaling it off, dude. So give me the Canucks to win it all. Yeah, don't sleep on the Canucks, bro.
I think before we get to the UFC, I think that a 35-1 bet for a team that will make the playoffs in the NHL, where there's so much fucking variance.
Yeah.
Where 8 seeds can make the playoffs year after year.
Dude, look at the Bruins last year. They had the best year ever, and they got bounced. Like,
dude, look at the Flyers.
Crazy.
Look, I live in Philly. Look at the Flyers when they were down 3-0. And they had the most hilarious. But I'm saying is like, it's about getting the streak. So I'm going to tell the fans, as we're getting the UFC right now, because that's what the show is, we're going to break down some props. But at the end of the show, Effie and I are going to break down some college football for you motherfuckers. He's a big Iowa fan, but I have a couple of picks that I love for this weekend, and maybe Effie can share his shit. But we're going to break down shit as extra for you hoes. And I will promote that. But Effie, time.
Yep.
What is your first prop to consider and then maybe bet on this UFC Fight Night Austin card?
It's a fighter that I think is gonna win, and I will be on his money line. I already am, I should say. But Jakar Close, round 3 plus 1100.
Fuck you, dude.
My favorite one on the card. I didn't want to get greedy and go for the KO because I mean I doubt he's gonna submit
It's
Select.
it's 14-1.
So you know what I mean? Like it's a little more, but
Well,
no,
I know
like
because I was gonna give it up. But go ahead.
yeah, no, I like it. I mean, he has that wrestling background. I mean, all the ACL thing is worrisome for sure. I mean, in general, like winning the fight, that's kind of worrisome. He's 35 years old, but dude, even still, with the age, with that surgery, I just think he's a better physical athlete than Joe Solecki, man. Not high on Joe Solecki's striking. If he can't get those takedowns, if he can't take the back of Close and finish this fight in that third round, his hands are gonna be low. He's gonna be tired. Man, getting denied when you're trying to grapple someone definitely takes it out of you. So give me Close to piece him up in round 3. Crazy line, in my opinion, and I think he finishes him in that third round.
I mean, I agree with fucking everything you said. This is one of my props. This is what I love about the show is like we don't talk about like what we have.
Yep.
Dude, I agree 1,000,000%. Like I did a Tuesday show last night with Big Steve MMA. By the way, if you guys are watching, go watch that show. Big Steve is like one of the best. I agree with you, dude. I think Close. So and I gave out the 14-1 KO. I'm like, dude,
nice.
You're fucking. I mean, you're just coming in hot. Effie's coming in hot, dude.
Yeah, dude, you got to. But right, I think he has a real chance, man. I don't think that's like a crazy shot in the dark.
So I'm gonna go in order of fights and not in odds because you threw me for a loop. So I'm just putting this out there, and again, this is not if you guys watch the show, this isn't a matter of it's about equity. Oh shit! I realize you know what? I'm being weird. No, you know what it is? I have this. There we go. This whole having a virtual background delays you. It's I'm asking you to blur the pain that is my life, not whatever. All right, so I'm just going in order in terms of fights. I don't think Bolat is that great. I don't think he's that good and everything, whatever. But what's Ptoria's win condition?
Sleeping him.
No, it's but round 1 KO. It's 12-1. And so I like Ptoria 12-1 KO. I'm ready to bet it when my book allows it. Look, man, Bolat, if you like Bolat to win at -450, you should not gamble. Because we're paying he's off the Contender Series and his Brazilian tax. Dude, I don't think Ptor is good. But there's a big difference between him facing Olberg, who's an established kickboxer with talent, versus a guy who lost to what's his fucking head twice. And I beat the Pleasure Man. Why can't I think of his fucking name? But dude, Bolat should not be a debutant from Dana White Contender Series. Should not be -450 against a guy who's had UFC fights. Do you agree?
No,
forget about props. That's a ridiculous line.
Dude, I think we see it more and more this year, and especially this year. We're getting crazy lines on Bellator style fights. There's no way. I agree with you that this dude should be this high of a favorite in his debut against a guy that could definitely check left hook him. He could get knocked. I think he's not been knocked before. He lost on Contender Series to Petrino. We've seen him get rocked before.
So let's say Bateria is because everybody's whole thing on Twitter is, he's got a padded record, which I agree. But you know what else I know? This dude's now had 3 fights in the UFC. He now has experience in the UFC. And you're giving me some dude who beat a can on Contender Series, and now he's a -450. Even if you think he wins, the line value is crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Ptoria wins minutes. He's got a really good left hand, dude. And I looked at Pilato's tape. He never faced a lefty. You don't think he can crush this dude? By the way, we may talk about this fight later for another bet that I have. But Ptor at 12-1. The KO 1 is crazy.
I agree with you, man. I'm glad you said that too, because I haven't done my show this week. But one of my bits on that like fight is that he's already made the walk. He's been in the fight week. He's done the media. He's used to this experience. Like he's
He
not
even has a dance, Effie.
and I feel like it's another thing. I feel like people it's not baked into the line a little bit.
Is that the dance?
Well, you had to go like round him up and then I don't know. He went to the sky actually. But yeah, it's like Fortnite shit. But fucking, I feel like people don't like him. I feel like people don't like him, and they're just ready to bet against him. They want to see him get finished, and I'm like, well, dude, like, hold on, like, minus 450 for this dude that, well, like, he could probably submit him here in this fight if he gets him down, but he could also get chin checked here very easily. So there's no way I'm parlaying this dude. No way. Told the one it's crazy.
So before we get to your next prop, I know the way you bet, so I'm just setting you up. But like, you don't like people. You don't like these. You don't parlay juice bets.
No.
They're terrible.
I do.
Hey Johnny, Johnny Capex, if you're watching this, don't parlay this shit.
I owe Johnny like 2 shoes. I'm waiting to get him on the show.
He's my dude.
Yeah, I love Johnny.
Dude, he's the best. But also, Johnny, stop fucking parlaying this shit.
I feel like, well, dude, for me personally, especially other sports, dude, once I stopped parlaying, like my prop, dude, I just like started winning way more because there's no, like, it's not a coincidence. Like parlays are the most profitable things for books. Like there's like that for a reason. They want you to parlay. Parlay is like no shot, dude. Especially with this guy at this price. Like I always say, dude, like if I see a guy that's minus 400, like he better kill this guy like in the first 30 seconds of the fight. Like the other person has no chance, might as well be injured in the fight. That's why I want to see him to parlay 400. So no way, unproven, at least at the UFC. So
you know, my favorite bet was last week, 2 weeks ago. Like I got crushed last week. But my favorite bet last week, I had a unit on Jaka.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, like I lost every other bet. Like my biggest bet was Morales in the distance. But I had money on Jaka. And like, you know, we're both friends with Couch Warrior, right?
Dude,
so I'm like, yeah, I'm betting against the dude that beat your dude, your Jubilee. And he's like, I can't believe you're betting this guy. And I'm like, I couldn't believe you bet fucking Jubilee. But I'm like,
times, yeah.
I'm like, dude, I said, dude, I'm betting a guy that, and I had the fucking small poke on the round 3 sub. And Jagan went in there and like fucking kicked his ass, Alexander's ass. And I'm like, but dude, I'm betting somebody that goes for takedowns against a guy that can't defend a takedown. Like I can justify the bet. You're betting and I'm like, sorry, Couch. I'm like, bitch, it's my birthday. Fuck you.
Happy birthday, dude. That's what's up.
No, it was last week, but like, I mean, I'm like, dude, are you sassing me, bitch?
No, dude. So, like, do you want to know how bad it was for me last week? I had a max bet, 5 units, well, more than 5 units. I think it was 5.25 on Morales, and I still finished the week 0 units. Like I didn't.
But he did his job. Well,
yeah.
I had his ITD. He did his job, dude.
And he ate some shots too. He earned it. Like he just like he chin held up and he put it on Matthews. But it's funny when you lose or when you win a max bet and you come out of the week 0 still, like 0-0-0.
Well, I know. Well, like for me, it's crazy because I've hit like these bomb 2-leg unders parlays, and like it's gotten me okay. But like I don't know. I'm tracked really well for the year, but like man, I'm like I've lost so much money on the table. All right, Effie, what's your next bet?
This one I feel like I should get a better line for, but it's tough. But I think it happens. I think this can happen. Joaquin Silva, round 2, plus 450 to finish Clay Guida. I didn't want to get greedy and go for the sub or knockout. I know the statistics aren't on my side. Clay Guida is super durable, hasn't been knocked out that often, but he does get subbed a lot. The way he's down to get clubbed in sub, in my opinion. And Silva hits hard. I was gonna go round 3, I think around plus 700, but I figured that's when Silva's gonna be most tired. If it happens, it's probably gonna happen early, 1 and 2. So Silva round 2 plus 450 to finish the OG vet Clay Guida.
I mean, all right, that takes one of my props off the table.
Oh damn, that's 2.
No, I had Silva. I got greedy.
Oh yeah,
round 2 sub.
Yeah, dude.
I think that like and just so you guys are watching, like I know like the point of the show is like high value props, but like I love the under here because I don't think Silva's like good. Like, he had moments against Tsarukyan. I think that, like, I mean, dude, you know what's crazy, Effie? This dude's never had a sub ever, and his sub's plus 300, and it's because they just.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but it's because the books are like, well, we know what Guida does. Like,
Yeah, you would think it's more, right? Like this dude's never got a sub. Why
like
am I
he
only getting
dives
plus?
into subs, like we know. So, like, look, man, like I'd rather just do the end distance. But instead of doing this, like I looked and I'm like, oh man, end distance for sub is like minus 110. Under 2.5 minus 130. Look, man, how about just 8 to 20 cents and root for Guida? Right?
What? I mean,
Well, look, you could take Silva in the distance at minus 110, or you could take the under 2.5 at minus 130 and be like, okay,
yeah.
I'll lose 20 cents of value to root for Guida to knock this fucking dude out. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, if Guida like crushes this fucker and like he's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like,
right. You don't want to be sitting
becomes,
there like, what the hell, Silva? Like,
well, like, let's say I'm in the bar watching this, and people like, I fucking love Guida. I'm like, great, let's root for him to like fucking knock this dude out, and then I'm not upset.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, I gotta look through my notes. He stole all my fucking shit. Talk about Bacteria. Oh, okay. Steve Garcia KO.
Oh, nice.
It's plus 420, and I'm not gonna give you a round here. I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, I fucking love Steve Garcia. He's made me a lot of money. I know a lot of people in the community that I respect. I also know a lot of people that I don't respect. They're all on Mezco, blah, 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 blah. Like every letter of the typewriter, Kasa. Listen, man. I've made tons of money on Steve Garcia because he hits like a motherfucker. I know people who are like, oh man, Kasa's so skilled. You look how good he looked against Lingo. Austin Lingo sucks, dude. He stinks. Yeah. And I watched a lot of regional tape, and I've taped this one like excessively. I'm actually going to give you like a real breakdown. This isn't like a 2-minute breakdown. Kasa is a big, like, works the body, works the legs. Yeah. Never headhunt. Garcia is L fight for your money kind of guy, and he headhunts. People think Kasa's durability is like so amazing. Dude, watch my shit with Big Steve yesterday for like the fullest breakdown of this. But I was like super confident on this fight where, dude, the guys Costas fought in the regionals, they're all submission guys. They're like, his durability is so good. Dude, he's fought, all he fights is grapplers. And 2 of them rocked him. Like, but I'm saying is like, he's never fought a dude that punches as hard as Steve Garcia. So to give me this, he's durable. Yeah, he's durable against grapplers. He's 20. Oh, Pateria's record is padded. I think Costa's record is fucking padded, dude. but why aren't we talking about that?
Yeah, a lot of people are real high on this kid.
But dude, he fights grapplers. So he's fighting. Yeah, but dude, he's fighting grapplers where there's no threat of the striking. Dude, right. Garcia can fucking bonk you. He's a bonk lord. And in all fairness with Garcia, look, he's not like he has no chin.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Ontiveros, Sideshow Bob fucking rocked this dude. But he's not bad on his back. So, like, if he gets bonked and it goes to the ground, I kind of think he can, like, fight out of it. And, dude, there's no opponent Ezekiel fucking Kasa has ever had that has the pace of Garcia. I think people are fucking crazy here. They're parlaying. Like, our boy, it's Johnny.
Oh, shit.
He's like, I'm parlaying him. Fuck you, Johnny. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, stop parlaying these fucking dudes. Dude, Garcia can bonk this fucker. So Garcia KO for me, plus 380 is like, I mean, it feels like it's win condition.
Dude. And the way he fights.
Lord Garcia. Dude, you're not parlaying Costa, are you?
No,
even
hell
if you think he's going to win, you're not parlaying. And Johnny K picks, hey, bitch. This is why I'm killing you. Brady's gonna do not parlay this fucker. He parlayed him with Jalen Turner. And I'm like, I said, you know what I like about your parlay? None of it. I wouldn't want to play any one of these fucking dudes.
Dude, and then Costa he can get caught throwing all those kicks. He throws a million kicks. All it takes is one while he's on one foot to get clipped on his butt.
Do you think he's durable based on like regional bullshit?
No, I mean, I'm not saying he's like Max Holloway, but dude, Steve Garcia might not even be Mexican. That chin is not. Whoa, like has the worst chin for a Mexican.
He's not Mexican.
I've ever seen. Well, shit, there you go.
he's from parts unknown.
But yeah, dude, this line is crazy. This line is wide for sure.
Let's go, Steve. Next pick, Effie. Next pick, son.
Let me get my shit up. Going with Puna Sorano round 2 plus 650 to finish this fight. I am worried he finishes it in round 1. I'll be honest. That's the thing. If he just finishes round 1, we're gonna lose this bet. But I think there's a real chance he finishes it in round 2. Dustin Stolfus is gonna need to grapple, but I don't think he will be able to get Puna down over and over again. He's gonna get tired, and I really think that the very first few exchanges, this might end, and so I am kind of scared it doesn't end. In that first round, like if he doesn't get past first round here. But dude, Puna is gonna be allowed to finish this guy. I didn't go round 3 because Puna, that gas tank is worrisome. But he's gonna be prime in round 2 still at the beginning of round 2 plus 650. I think he can crack him bad. I think he catches him here in one of those exchanges. Give me Puna Sorano round 2. Didn't get greedy with the knockout, even though that one's probably a little better. Plus 650 just round 2.
So if you've ever watched the show, I love round 2 because it pays more.
Oh,
so I love it. So before we get to the main event, I'm gonna give my last pick before we get to the main event. I'm gonna make this one short and simple because, and Effie, if you want to like come back at me here, I love it.
All right.
My last pick is Gastelum in the distance plus 275. Against the Philly guys. Oh, you don't like this one? Good.
I have Kelvin round 2 plus 750 as one of mine.
Okay, so that's good. Before we get to the main event, so I look, man. Every time I go on air, they're like, "You can't bet against your Philly guys."
Oh,
yeah,
your boy.
And I went against Jeremiah Wells on Club and Sub, and then like against Court. And then he slept Court, and I'm like,
yeah, bad too.
Well, I mean, who fucking predicted he's gonna knock him out in round 1?
Yeah.
But I love Calvin in this matchup. I broke this down like perfectly last night. So if you're watching this and you didn't watch Big Steve's, I'm gonna give you Effie. I'm gonna give you a little insight here. I watch the pods when I can around the horn, and I try to give Santino and Brandon Olivas their respect. And they look, and anybody watching this, they do a great pod in terms of breakdowns.
Yeah.
What I don't like with those two is they think they understand how to gamble. They don't. Olivas, who I respect immensely, he won a $1 million parlay. Would I trade him hitting that for like me being a good gambler? 1,000,000%. All the respect. Do I think Olivas is a better week-to-week gambler than me? He's not. Do I think Santino understands gambling at all? No. He doesn't fucking Santino doesn't understand fucking value or shit. He doesn't. Do those two know how to break down fights? Yes. So what I know about them, what I know about Santino, is how much he loves Brady, and more importantly, his jiu-jitsu, and more importantly, the cage takedowns. The way he gets a guy at cage and does the trips and gets takedowns. Santino DeFranco has talked about this multiple times. How much he reveres this takedown. Do you know where Kelvin Gastelum is for this fight count?
Yeah, so we're with him.
So you don't think that they have spent the whole camp with Santino revering how good Brady is. Here's how you fight off this one thing. His best thing. I think Gastelum at plus 110 is like Like I may go 5 units on this. Like that's how
Ooh.
I already have 2 units on. Like I may go 5 units on it. I may. I may go 5 units on this fucking bet. Like that's how confident I am about how this could play out. And have you seen that what Gastelum looks like right now? Like before the
Oh,
weight cut,
dude, shredded. Like I was, I'll be honest, I was iffy about it. I was like, how is he gonna look? Like, well, because first it was Shavkat, and I was like, oh boy. But then, dude, he looks built.
I think Gastelum could look minus 500 in this fight. I really do. I think he could look so much better than Bilal looked. Like I really do. Like I really, and like, dude, in all fairness, look at the dudes Calvin's fought.
Mm.
Like first of all, forget about Chris Curtis, friend of the MMA engine, Chris Curtis. But like, dude, he's fought like Cannoneer. Like, dude, the guy Adesanya. Like, look at the dudes fucking Gastelum's fought.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, now he's got a better camp. He's in better shape. And they're like, they got to fight this guy. Dude, he may murder him. So anyway, for the prop show, this in the distance at like almost plus 300. Let's fucking go, dude.
I love it, dude. Sean Brady, he's hittable, dude. He's been hit like pretty clean a lot, dude. He's in his UFC run. I know the wrestling's good. Like I get it. It sucks though because doesn't he have like well, not now, but like didn't he come off an elbow infection that was like insane? He's been pretty inactive since that Bilal fight.
Yeah, I think he just his ovaries.
That's
The
like another.
injury was in his vagina.
That's another huge red flag going for him here. So, I love that. I love that.
Yes, the inactivity is a big deal, dude. Like,
yeah.
Well, you see it. Some dudes that get knocked out, they're like, "Let's fucking go, get me back in there." And like, over a year, dude.
Dude, I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, we're gonna get to the main event because that's what the show's about. This main event is a banger, maybe not from a betting perspective, but a fascinating main event. Tsarukyan against my buddy Tommy Touchy. I know you're watching. His kid is his favorite fighter. Benny versus Armen. We have the common data point, Effie. We have Gamrot.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, we have one guy that lost to Gamrot, and we have one guy that beat Gamrot, and yet minus 275 right now. What are your feelings? How do you think this fight plays out?
I'm seeing minus 300 on some of my books.
Crazy.
Just madness. I don't know how you could justify that unless you think Armin's going to finish him. If he finishes him, it has to be ground and pound because I don't think he's clipping him on the feet. He has that crazy, sneaky, fast leg kick. He likes to bring up top, but he actually likes to go to the body a lot. Dude, I'm going Beneil Dariush in this fight. I'm going Dariush to win via decision plus 600. And it's because I think Armin's going to struggle getting ahead on the points. The age gap is kind of worrisome, but it's not like Benny's 34.
He's 34, dude.
I know. So I'm saying, like, if his hair wasn't white, bro, like this line would be different. I feel like if his physical appearance was better, it would be different. But dude, Armin's trajectory is good. Like I do think he's gonna be a champion one day. I did think he would beat Gamrot, but dude, the scrambles that Benny has shown is jiu-jitsu. Like it goes back to the Gracie days in ADCC. Like this dude's been grappling for a high level for a long time, dude. And not to say Armen hasn't either, but dude, I just think that it's going to be tough because Dariush likes to kick a lot. He's throwing kicks all the time. He throws way more kicks in the hands, and he got clipped in his last fight by a dude on short notice. And it's not like Benny hasn't been hurt either, but I think Benny has a better boxing in this fight. I know he has a reach advantage. The speed is probably going to go Armen, but it's going to be hard for him to manage that height from Benny. He has the same reach as Benny, even though he's like 3 inches shorter, so that's kind of surprising. But man, I really don't know if he's going to be able to take down Dariush whenever he wants, like he's used to. Especially in the open mat, I think Dariush is going to be able to scramble big time, sprawl on him. It's going to be having him come along the cage, and he's strong enough to do it. But man, I'm worried. I don't know how this line's gone to this point. Like people parlaying Armen or something, but give me Dariush, man. I think this should be way closer, dude. Minus 130 for Armen, minus 135. Yeah, I can't justify this line. Give me Dariush plus 600 to decision.
I mean, I don't disagree with any of it. Like this line is disrespectful. It's crazy. I'm on Twitter like you are Effie, and it's people saying like, "Oh man, he looks so tired against Oliveira." Dude, first of all, I don't think he looked tired. He was dominating Oliveira for 3, and then he wasn't, and he died. Like, I think that's, and I look at like Tsarukyan's, like what are Tsarukyan's best fights, dude? It's Alvarez who has defended 0 takedowns in the UFC,
Yeah.
and like he mauled him. I'm like, dude, very impressive. He's not mauling fucking. He's not mauling Benny. And look, I don't love MMA math, but like, what's the common thread? Gamrot, right?
Yeah.
I'm mystified that a guy, and look, I had a bet on Tsarukyan in that fight, and I think he won that fight.
So did I.
But I think he won 3-2, and I don't like it wasn't he didn't dominate Gamrot, and I've watched it back multiple times. He didn't dominate him, and now he's a 3-1 favorite against a guy that beat Gamrot. Like I'm just,
Yeah.
but how does it make sense? Like, if you want to look at like Dariush's run in the UFC, and you're like, you want to shit on his like undefeated run, like okay, like the Ferguson, okay, like fine, but dude, I don't even care about his run. The Gamrot win is the best win he had, and that was the best he ever fucking looked, dude.
Yeah.
He negated every fucking thing that Gamrot tried on him and just brutalized him on the feet. And now you're telling me that guy is a 3-1 dog against the guy that beat Tsarukyan. Doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. So maybe I'm dumb, Effie.
I think Armen needs a finish. I think he needs a finish. I don't see him controlling Benny. Like I don't see him just getting his back down.
Oh, Darius never in a 5-round fight. I'm like,
right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That kind of shocked me, by the way. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's true.
Maybe I'm dumb. How do you not bet Darius?
Yeah.
And by the way, anybody watching this, if you're parlaying Tsarukyan because you love him that much, and you're doing one of these, what do they call these? The fucking progressives.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just buy out of it. You're gonna get a good price to buy out of it. Why can't Dariush win this? Like, it's crazy, dude. Dude, just to give my fans, and I've never said this on air yet, Effie, do you know what the advanced line on Dariush versus Islam was? It was this price.
Really? Oh man, see, I would agree with that Islam one.
That's of course.
Yeah,
of course you agree with that.
Bro, that's crazy.
Islam should be 3-1 against Benny. So if Islam's 3-1 against Benny, how the fuck is Tsarukyan, who lost to a guy stylistically that Benny met? It's fucking bonkers.
And the size, dude. He's small. Like he's a small 155er. Like he's not huge. Like he's not a big guy. He's not like out there like he's gonna dominate Beneil Dariush. I don't think so, bro. I know Gamrot's smaller too, but I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
See, this is what makes this an enjoyable show for you guys watching. Is that Effie understands fucking gambling because he gambles on other sports. He's not like, oh, I'm a Las Vegas fan, I'm gonna bet him -300. Like, you get it, dude.
Yeah.
You get gambling, sir.
But dude, and even like if you like Armen, like I think you should bet inside the distance. Like his ground pound is legit. I mean, if he can get it there, but I think he could finish it because I have really struggled to see him getting ahead on points. I can see every round being close. He goes for a takedown, gets stuffed. Next, you know, it doesn't look good when you get stuffed like, and turned around on the cage. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, Silva had moments against him where it was like,
yeah, dude, yeah.
but I think Benny. Yeah, but like Benny could actually take advantage of those moments, man. Like, I don't know, man. All right, listen. We are at my favorite part of the show. Any action, Effie? if you're watching for the first time, shame on you. Watch the other week. But we were at the Yam Bag motherfucking special. It means we're betting on a point deduction. It doesn't have to be a ball shot. It's preferred. It's hilarious. Effie, who is your Yam Bag special for this card?
Jalen Turner and Bobby Green. I think an actual nut shot happens. I think an actual nut shot will happen from Jalen Turner kicking Bobby Green. But I'm not gonna sit here and call Bobby Green dirty. But he's been finding himself in some weird, sus situations lately.
He's literally a dirty. He's literally a dirty human being, though.
Dude, you see him with Armen today? All that stuff that went down.
Effie, I'm just gonna tell you that anybody that puts stacks and stacks on stacks on cash on the table is a dirty motherfucker. Yes, yes, the hotel room shit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And he's like, "What's up?" He's like, "Oh, he wasn't with his posse."
Yeah.
Dude, Bobby Green is. Well, I can't say what I want to really say.
Dude, I like Bobby's hilarious in the sense of like he just does a bunch of dumb stuff. Like he accused Islam of using steroids and he himself popped. I was like, oh come on, bro, what are you doing? But yeah, I think the actual range that this fight's gonna happen in at distance, I wouldn't be shocked to see Bobby jolt in, try to get like some punches off and then just catch a knee or a shin to the nuts because Jalen loves that teep kick to the body, and if he just throws it like the distance off a little bit. Bobby moves one way or the other, like at the last second, he get kicked right in the fucking nuts. So it's gonna be weird though. Like a warning has to happen first. So I want Bobby to do something bad, and then the point come from Jalen Turner, which would suck for him. So
I have a bet on Bobby Green. I just bet on money line.
Nice.
I'm waiting for like the split decision prop because I think
yes.
I think Bobby Green's like due to win a split decision. Like he's been screwed so many times. So I love what you said. I hope the best thing would be Bobby Green's up 2-0 and just fucking punts him in the sack. So for me, and I don't love doing these kind of bets because I like the under, but I did Ptor and Bolat. It's Southpaw versus Orthodox, which I love.
Yeah.
It's also two strikers that I think are like rudimentary. And I could see like a literal punt kick from Ptor if it's not going his way. And I'm here for it. But I like the Green Turner, man. Do you have a bet on the Green Turner fight?
No, but I'd like Turner to win the fight. I know it's short notice, 9 days notice.
You can't bet him at that price though, right?
Dude, well, it's coming down, isn't it? I think money's coming in on Bobby.
What number do you need to bet Turner?
185.
If you like, okay, no, like that's what makes this. That's why this show's great. So you need if the money comes in, like that's what you need.
If he looks like shit on the scale, and even though like he makes it or misses it, and people are like, oh, like another bad weight cut, or whatever. Even though he misses last fight, night, taking on short notice, super funny.
I hit Bob at 195, and I felt like that was but I felt like that's like half a unit. Like I feel like that's the price I needed. Like I don't want to bet Bobby Green at like less than like literally like at 190. I'm like 185. I'm like here.
Yeah.
Or as my friend Magic MMA says, I bet all the Bobby Greens. All the Bobby Greens on Bobby Green. I mean, dude, I'll tell you right now, I think the best way to bet the fight, to be honest, is live bet. If Bobby Green gets out of the first, it should be a 5-unit bet on him.
Yeah.
His turn is coming off like never making weight his last fight and short notice. Like, dude, do you think Turner's gonna like look good?
Well, that's the thing. Like early, like yes, I think he's gonna be able to catch Bobby a little bit clean early. But
no, I mean, do you think he's look good? Like short notice taking this fight and like I'm not talking in a vacuum. Like he's taking this fight on short notice and he has to cut like 30 pounds.
Dude, it's tough to get behind someone at more than -200 that's missed weight in his last fight and taking a fight on 9 days notice and has to cut weight and like.
And Bobby Green is like the nastiest black man of all the black men I know. And for the record, I know 933 black men, and he is the nastiest black man. And what does Bobby Green do the best, dude? Wins third rounds.
Dude, yeah.
You don't think if that fight gets to the third, dude, he may attritionally finish him.
Bobby Green round 3. Wouldn't it be crazy? You maybe should consider
Well,
that.
that's why I'm live betting him, dude. Yeah, it's a prop
Yeah,
consider. But all
yeah.
right, anyway, let me take us out of here. Thanks, dude. That was a fun show, man. Effie's the
Yeah.
man. This fucking asshole with his background.
I
And
know,
his
fucking
he
green
fucking
ass head.
he spent 9 seconds putting a background now. Effie's my dude. Effie, tell the people where they can find you. And please, guys, it's all in the comments. Follow this man. He is good. Hockey, college. Oh, and we're gonna break down Michigan, Iowa at the end. But tell them where to follow you, dude.
Dude, hit me up on Twitter. I think my name on there is any action, just underscore. Just any action.
It's on the thing.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, yeah.
Just
Dude,
say it.
any action. I actually did change this to Iowa 11-1. We should be 11-1. Lou gave us an extra win there. He's
12
feeling
and 0.
confident. Yeah, he's feeling confident here. But no, hit me up on YouTube. We put out videos every week. I'm actually filming mine right after I finish this. So, any action sportscast. And like Lou said, man, I am betting NFL, college football. This is the perfect time of year. I don't really touch NBA as much or college basketball because I think NBA is dirty and crooked and rigged.
Terrible sport.
Dude, I hate betting on it, dude.
Especially props.
Yeah, props are actually, I think, could be profitable if you like do your stuff right.
Well, I mean, Omer, you're at 7, doesn't play anymore. He was like 13 or 13 for me in my life.
Just bet on Draymond Green triple single, no double figures.
That Podol is my last guy. Like just fucking every line, rebounds, assists. Like Podol just killed it.
Nice. Well, yeah, dude. Any action sportscast on YouTube? Hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm always tweeting. I love hanging out with you guys, and yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. We'll talk about these games.
All right, so we're gonna talk about one game, and then I'll give my other best bet because I have 2 best bets for this weekend. But let's break down Michigan, Iowa. Iowa's literal fucking line is to score 0 points. 22.5, totals 35. You're an Iowa guy. Do you think they can cover it? It's fine.
They're gonna get absolutely killed. They're gonna get killed so badly, dude. They might be 28-0 in the first half at one point. The only chance they have of scoring a point in this game is if they return a punt into good field position, or if Michigan turns it over, like in that area. Dude, I'll be honest with the Iowa defense, is as legit as it comes. Top 3 in the nation. Very good against the run. Very good against the pass, even though we have our best, safety out injured, Cooper DeJean. Iowa is just that naggy team that is always there. I love betting on them, dude. Their unders are historically low. They've set the record for the lowest total in a season, 5 straight games. They've gone under 5 straight times, dude. It's just insane to watch, man. They're actually really stout in the red zone, so is Michigan, but I have supreme faith that they won't get the ball past the 50-yard line on offense. Like I just don't see it. I watched the Penn State game Iowa had. Like I watched all their games. I was
at that game.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
that was the game. I was in the rain at the Penn State. I told my buddies, they're like, "How do you have a team that's like minus 19.5 and the total is 34.5?" I'm like, dude. I said parlay them. It's like plus 480 to bet the money line and the under. And he's like, "No, you're wrong." I'm like, "Okay, what happened?" It's like 31-3, dude.
Yeah, dude. That was my biggest bet of the year. Penn State to cover was my biggest bet of the year in college football season.
So I'm just gonna tell you that like I'm never betting that game. I'm just gonna root for Iowa, dude. Like we all hate Michigan. I'm just gonna root for Iowa. My 2 favorite bets from Saturday. The Tulane SMU under 47.5. And if you're watching this, bet it now before it like drops. Because SMU just like lost their starter. It's gonna be like a weird grindy game. 47.5 is like a touchdown too much. And then I love the Bama Georgia over. It's dropping, and I'm like, great. Because I don't buy Bama like Georgia's 5. If you can find a 5.5 for Georgia, dude, Georgia's gonna score 40 some points in this game. It's like I've listened to all these pros and I've listened to all these experts. I watch these games, dude. Yeah. Bama is like look, I get it. They're 12-1. Bama's like a team of great fortune because, like, dude, Milrow, anytime he gets pressure, he stinks, except one play. Dude, Georgia's gonna murder this fucking dude. And dude, I think Georgia's offense look really fucking good. Dude. Like they're really good.
They show up. They show up for big games.
I think Georgia and I think, by the way, they'll run up the score.
Oh yeah.
Like they won't need it for the championship at 13-0. They'll do it because it's Kirby Smart against Saban. They'll run up the fucking score, dude. Like I think Georgia wins this. Like dude, if I tell you 42-14, I think Georgia, dude. Guys I respect love Bama's strength of schedule. I get it. I think Georgia just, dude. I don't think Bama's O-line is that good. I think Milrose, like, dude, if you want to get in the stats, like his bad play percentage versus like his big game, like, I think he's had some good variance. And like, they should have lost. I had Auburn plus 14.5. I'm just leaning into like years of history. Well, I'm leaning into like years of fucking history. You know, like I'm like, I'll take Auburn not to get killed. I think
yeah.
I honestly, dude, I think Georgia fucking murders this team. Do you have any thoughts on Louisville and FSU? It's 2.5, dude.
I
think FSU gets screwed here?
Yeah, I think they can win and not get in. I think that's 100% up on the table for sure, which would be funny. But I actually would agree with
Tate Rodemaker, dude. Come on.
No, so I think Louisville's going to win the game for one.
I do too. I
think they're going to win.
But they're not giving you odds. It's plus 110.
Yeah.
Like you can't get.
That's crazy.
Dude, right? You're not getting like, you know.
Dude, that quarterback, that backup is that's drop off from Jordan Travis to this other dude.
Rodemaker's been in, yeah, but he's been in like Norvell's system for years, forever. Dude.
I know, and still in that game he came in when Jordan got injured, he went to hand the ball off the wrong way.
You know why?
He's in the program for 5,000 years.
He's a white guy.
Like that's terrible.
No, you can't bet a white.
Yeah, shout out to Brady.
Right, last question before I let you go. For anybody watching, there's one more game we haven't talked about, and it's a big game. 9.5, dude. Oregon. Big number, dude, against Washington. For you guys watching, Effie, I'm promoting this as like, here's your college picks too. That's a big number, dude. But a lot of money. I mean, the advanced, dude, the money is hammering Oregon. Your thoughts, sir?
I saw it open 7.5 for one.
The money is hammering.
I couldn't get to it in time. And then 20 minutes later, dude, 9.5. And me and my friends were like, what the hell happened? Like, that's crazy. I do think Oregon's a better team. That game they had against Washington in Washington was one of the best games in the year. I'm high on Oregon. I have a 30-1 ticket on them to win it all. I hope we can get into the playoff, man. That'd be sweet. I think they'll give Georgia a good game, man. Dan Lanning, came from Georgia, and he's doing a good job in Oregon. And I do think, Washington's coming down to earth a little bit on offense. That defense for Oregon's the truth. I think they have a lot of dynamic players on offense. They're good, man. I actually am really high on Oregon. As far as covering the 9.5, I think they do cover it. On neutral, for the books to tell you they're a 10-point favorite in a neutral site, that's crazy. Were they at in Eugene against Washington minus 13.5? Man, give me Oregon. I think Oregon's going to win, and I'm actually going to be at the game, dude.
I think I agree with you, and I think that if you can wait it out and find Oregon team total under 38.5, if you can get 37.5, I'd hammer that because they're going to go crazy for Bo Nix. I'm with you all the way here. Everything you said. There's a lot wrong with Penix right now, and it's not just physically. Dude, he's got like personal security. There's some like weird fucking shit.
Oh,
no, there is. Like there's some very weird shit going on with Penix right now. That like is like Playboy shit. And dude, I had a feature on Bo Nix on the Heisman last year at like 70-1.
Oh man.
And I don't need to win it this year. I just need to feel that now. I'm like, dude, I love this guy, man. I love Bo Nix. Dude, they're gonna send a fucking message. I think they're gonna. Dude, Washington's been like, it's very telling that like a team that's fucking 12-0 is skin to their teeth winning.
Yep.
And last thing I will tell the viewers and you, the last like 5 Pac-12 championships have all been, I think the lowest margin of victory was like 18 points. Like they're demolitions, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think Oregon just fucking like murders this team, dude. I love Oregon 9.5. The first half 6.5. I don't like that. I don't like it because like I think Oregon kind of runs up the score here and just makes sure Bo Nix wins the Heisman.
Yeah, dude, it's his moment, and it's crazy circle.
But I think I would say if you can wait out and you can find an Oregon team total at 37.5,
yeah,
I think that's the bet. Like if you want to take the team total over 38.5, that's fine. That point, yeah, I mean you're crossing like a mark. I think Oregon just like, I don't know if they stop. If they're up like 10 late, I don't know if they like just say we have to win. Like, I think they do style points, dude. I do.
I don't think they might need to, dude. I think they might just cruise the whole game. Like,
well, 12-1 Oregon, and then 12-1 Texas, and then maybe 12-1 Bama. Like, what do you do, dude?
If Alabama wins, it ruins everything. Like, everything's gonna be chaos if they win. Like, there's a chance if Alabama wins, that Oregon doesn't get in if they win.
I took it. By the way, I took a small poke on OK State.
Oh, nice. They've had a good year. They've had a good, like, as far as like performing to the market.
I just want them to ruin Texas's life,
dude. They're another team that's been skating by, even though they beat Alabama. Like,
do you think that
Florida State too, though?
That number's too big for me.
Yeah.
Gundy is like legendary at like covering. Dude, no, I bet Oklahoma State at 15.5.
Like it,
dude. He's legendary at covering. You don't think they're like? That's why they like fucked around with BYU like last week. It's like, dude, he's like, we're gonna fuck this team up. That's my favorite. That's my favorite dog to cover.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, we're getting out of here, Effie.
All right,
guys, follow Action on the Effie. Thank you for watching. You guys got bonus, tons of college shit, all this insights. Effie does this shit every day on his Twitter, gives you hockey. You know what he asked for? $0. $0. This guy asked for 0 dimes. Follow him. Super smart dude. Cool as fuck. I endorse him. You watch this show. I don't endorse people like that. Later, guys.